the channel, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Running Down the Sidelines. And today I'm going to get into the Bruins Stanley Cup chances for this year. Now, everybody within that organization, including Bruins president Cam Neely, has already publicly stated it's a go. It's a full send to get to Lord Stanley this year with the current core of players that they have. And when I'm talking about core of players, I'm talking about Patrice, Bergeron, Brad Marchand, David Krejci. Those three guys have played together for 10 plus years. All three of those guys were on the 2011 Bruins Stanley Cup team, that roster. So this is kind of a full send for them. All right, Patrice, Bergeron getting up there in age. David Krejci getting up there in age. In fact, left the NHL altogether last year and went and played in his home country of the Czech Republic. And then he came back on a one-year deal, more than likely for a full send. Now, in October of this year, to start the season, the Bruins went 8-1. They're currently 17-3 after losing last night in Florida to the Panthers. And let's just run it down real quick. It's the best start in franchise history for this team. This is an original six team right here, so there's nothing but history to this franchise. All right. Now, David Pastrnak, I believe, has 11 goals, 17 assists, and a +8 rating on the season. Patrice Bergeron, 9 goals, 8 assists on a +11 rating. I believe he had one last night, so that's 10 goals. Jake DeBrusk has 7 goals, 6 assists, and a +7 rating. And the best thing to come out of the Boston Bruins blue line easily this year is Hampus Lindholm, who leads the team in plus-minus rating with a +21 rating. So good things are all happening when Hampus is on the ice. All right, and this is, like I said, this is going to be the last chance really for this core of players, especially if we're talking top 6 forwards for the Bruins, David Krejci, Marchand. All right, and we're going to get into that real quick. Players who are on their final year of their contract deals, okay? Patrice Bergeron signed a one-year deal, mainly to come back, probably for a full send for Lord Stanley this year. David Krejci came back on a one-year deal, probably for a full send to try to get Lord Stanley again. I have to assume that for the Bruins organization, David Pastrnak has to be their #1 priority at some point, either during the season or immediately following the end of this season, to re-sign to a max deal, because that kid is legit and his stats speak it. All right. Also, Taylor Hall and Brad Marchand are both under contract through the 2024 season. All right. So even if you lose Bergeron and Krejci, you're still going to have talent on that roster. You're still going to have Marchand. You're still going to have Taylor Hall. You have Hampus Lindholm signed, I think, through the end of the decade, I think. All right. The only center, though, this is troubling, the only center that is currently signed past this season on the Bruins team right now is Charlie Coyle. All right, that doesn't make me feel great, okay? But with everything that I just said, right, the players that are on one-year deals, the guys that are probably going to retire at the end of this year, it's Stanley Cup or bust. All right. So my questions to you. Do you think the Bruins will be successful? Do you think they're going to hoist Lord Stanley up at the end of the season? Let me know down in the comments. Do you think that maybe they could possibly re-sign Bergeron and or Krejci at the end of the year for maybe another one-year deal? And that probably hinges on if they win the Cup this year or not. If they don't, you may have some motivation there for unfinished business. Maybe you could get both of those guys, or at least one of them, to re-sign on a one-year deal. Something tells me, though, it's a package deal. If Bergeron calls it a career, Krejci's probably going to do the same, or vice versa. All right. Do you think the Bruins will be successful in re-signing David Pastrnak to a long-term deal at the end of the season? Let me know down in the comments. Here's the thing. I think they will be able to do it. However, you're not going to be able to do it on the cheap. All right. You're going to have to throw big money at David Pastrnak to keep him here in Boston. And this is a sidebar. One final question. You guys can answer it down in the comments. Do you think Charlie McAvoy is worth $9.5 million a year? Let me know in the comments. I got to be honest. Don't get me wrong. He's good young talent. He's a good defenseman. Do I think he's worth $9.5 million a year? Hell no. I think they overpaid for him. I could see him going anywhere between the $6.5 to $8 million range. $9.5, in my opinion, is out of the question. But let me know down in the comments. Don't smash that subscribe button and give the episode a thumbs up and get the word out. Share it to friends and family if they're sports freaks or if they're New England sports fans. All right, get the word out. Smash that subscribe button for me. I do appreciate it. And I will see you all next week at the same time, same day, same channel.